Hey, good morning, guys. It's William with The Forge. Means to an end. A thing that is not valued or important in itself, but is useful in achieving an aim. I think the most common question we hear nowadays is, what is my purpose? Well, that's a really great question, except it's also a very self-fulfilling question. What is my purpose? What am I for? And I think that may be the wrong question we should be asking. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and Andy Stanley said the same thing, and I just couldn't agree with him more. Trying to figure out what my purpose is definitely self-fulfilling. What he did ask, though, is who do we serve, or who can we serve? Matthew 20:28 says, "For even the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve others, and to give his life as a ransom." If our Heavenly Father sent his Son to serve us, our purpose isn't to figure out what our purpose is. We're here to figure out who we serve, to be a means to an end. The bolts holding my squat rack up there together are just a means to an end. They hold the rack together. They have nothing. They're not important. But without them, I don't get the squat rack. And without the squat rack, I don't get to take care of my physical body. And without being able to take care of myself, I can't get to serve somebody. So many times and for so long, I know that I've struggled trying to go, hey, well, what is my purpose? Where do I fit in to make a difference? It's not about where I fit in. It's not about any of that. It's about being willing to be a means to the end. The end is leading people to Jesus. The end is filling heaven. And if that means all I get to do is be a screwdriver that screws in a screw that holds something together so that someone else can step on it and reach heaven, then that's my purpose. That's where I serve. That is my means. I challenged a small group that I lead the other day of saying, hey, who can we serve and how do we serve them? People at work, our children, just people around us without even knowing. I mean, how we live our life is serving somebody. If we're willing to be honorable and respectful and love them no matter what, we're serving them. We're doing what God has told us to do. We're making a difference. We're fulfilling a purpose inside of us that you can't really even put a finger on what that feels like and understand that. So I guess my challenge to you, man, is to stop thinking about what my purpose is and start thinking about who can you serve and how we're going to serve them. There's so many different ways. And sometimes it is the most simple thing we can do, and that is just living a life on the path. Being a loving husband, being a kind father, and understanding father. Being willing to do the job inside of our jobs that no one else wants to do. That's serving them. And they're going to look at you and go, man, why did that guy do that? It doesn't matter whether I'm a director, assistant director, manager, and I got to take the trash out. I'm going to serve those people. And I'm going to let them know that I am just here. I'm humbling myself to them. And in that is where our strength comes from. That is where our influence comes from. We all want to be great leaders. We're striving to figure out what that looks like. Well, leadership is just influence. But we can't serve as leaders unless we're willing to serve others. And that's what it's about. That's where we find it. That's where God has directed us to. So I just challenge each of you men out there to just stop asking the question, what is my purpose? And start looking around and seeing who you can serve. This is William with The Forge, and I'm out.